أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Remember, the Quran opens its doors only to those who knock with a sense of yearning, a sincerity of purpose, and an exclusive attention that befit its importance and majesty. It may quite be possible that we read the Quran endlessly, turn its pages laboriously, recite its words beautifully, study it most scholarly, and still we fail to make that encounter with the Quran. Our hearts fail to connect with the message. And for all of us, those who read the Quran, maybe we are not profiting from it, we are not benefiting from it. Remember, there are many who come to the Quran and are still unblessed and are even cursed. It is very unfortunate. We see that many of us have the copy, or I would say copies of the Quran in their houses, but they never turn to it. They never open the book. And there are many who read it often but come back empty-handed. While there may be many of us who read it, but we never enter the world of the Quran. We're just laboriously reading it. And we go into it, we do not find anything, and we are lost. Many of us fail to hear Allah's voice, even among Allah's words. Instead, we try to listen to our own voices and we diminish Allah's voice. Many of us, we try to listen to Allah's voice, but we do not respond. We do not find the courage to respond and live by His call. What a tragic misfortune it would be if we come to the Quran and we go away empty-handed. Our souls are not touched, our hearts are not moved, and our life is unchanged. We come to the Quran and we go back empty-handed. The Quran's blessings are limitless, but the measure of how much we take from it depends upon our capacity and what change we want to bring to our lives. Remember, the Quran is the only sure guide to the straight path, but it has its own hazards and obstacles. When Adam a.s. was created, he was made aware of the hurdles and obstacles. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that Shaitan, the one who is the main obstacle in this path, he had said, I shall surely sit in ambush for them all along the straight path. I shall then come on them from between their hands and from behind them, from their right and their left, and you will not find most of them thankful. So remember, when we are coming towards the Quran, our only intention should be guidance, and it should be very well installed in our minds that Shaitan may pollute our intentions. He may make us remain unmindful of the Quran, its meaning, its message. Shaitan will create doubts in our mind. He will erect barriers between our soul and the world of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will try to intervene between our thoughts and the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He will entangle us and tempt us away from obeying the Quran and make us neglectful and postpone the task of reading the Quran or understanding the Quran or involving with the Quran. So, before we go to the Quran and try to concentrate and pay attention it is always advisable that, and this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, when you recite the Quran, seek refuge with Allah from shaitan, the rejected one. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. So when we are trying to make our connection with the Quran, our only purpose should be guidance, should be reformation, changing ourselves, and seeking refuge and protection in our Lord from shaitan, the rejected one, so that we are able to establish that connection with the Quran. Jazakumullah khairan kathiran.